Emily's mind raced as she read those words. It felt like her entire world had turned upside down. She looked at Michael, who was still sitting on the bed, tears streaming down his face. Michael, why didn't you tell me this before? Emily Anderson had always believed her life was a well oiled machine. At 32, she had a successful career as a marketing executive, a charming and accomplished husband named Michael, and a beautiful suburban home that seemed like the embodiment of the American dream. Their life together from the outside looked perfect, but everything changed one chilly September evening. Emily had finished work early that day and decided to surprise Michael with a homemade dinner. She drove home, anticipating the comfort of their shared space and the joy of seeing Michael's appreciative smile. When she arrived, the first thing she noticed was an unfamiliar sweet scent wafting through the house. It was strange, almost as if someone had been there. Her curiosity piqued. Emily followed the scent to the bedroom. The sight that greeted her was shocking. Michael was sitting on the edge of the bed, his face buried in his hands, when he was supposed to be at work. Next to him was an envelope with her name written in his neat handwriting. Emily's heart raced as she took the envelope, her hands trembling. She tore it open and unfolded the letter inside. Dear Emily, I need to tell you something that I have been hiding for a long time. I'm gay. I have tried to ignore it and leave a lie, but I can't do it anymore. I'm deeply sorry for not being honest with you. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Michael. Emily's mind raced as she read those words. She felt like her entire world had turned upside down. She looked at Michael, who was still sitting on the bed, tears streaming down his face. Michael, why didn't you tell me this before? She asked him, her voice trembling with a mix of confusion and hurt. I didn't know how to, Michael replied, his voice barely audible. I was afraid of losing you. I thought I could keep this hidden, but I couldn't anymore. Emily felt like the world had been pulled out from under her. Everything she had built with Michael now seemed like a lie. The trust that they had shared was shattered, and the future she had envisioned for herself felt uncertain. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions for Emily. The betrayal cut deep, and she struggled to make sense of her feelings. Her friends and family, though well meaning, were often unhelpful. Some urged her to work through the issues with Michael, while others suggested she move on and start afresh. Emily began seeing a therapist, Dr. Carter, to help her navigate the chaos in her mind. Their sessions were intense and emotional. Emily had to confront her feelings of anger, sadness, and confusion. Dr. Carter helped her explore her own sense of identity and what she wanted moving forward. Each session left Emily emotionally drained but also more equipped to handle the upheaval of her life. Meanwhile, Michael was determined to make amends. He started attending LGBTQ support groups to better understand his own identity and the impact of his deception. He also sought individual counseling, hoping to gain insights into why he had kept such a crucial part of himself hidden for so long. Despite his efforts, the damage to their relationship was significant. Emily struggled to reconcile Michael's newfound honesty with the years of deceit. The home that had once been a sanctuary now felt like a reminder of everything that had gone wrong. Emily began to find distractions for herself. She took up cooking classes, something that she had wanted to try, and reconnected with old friends who had drifted away. Her blog, initially started as a personal journey, grew into a platform where she shared experiences. Writing became a therapeutic outlet and a way to connect with others going through similar challenges. Michael, on his part, continued to struggle with feelings of guilt and shame. His efforts to atone for his past actions felt like they were not enough to repair the damage. He was learning about himself and trying to make a positive impact, but it was a slow and painful process. As time passed, the strain on Emily and Michael's relationship became unbearable. The emotional weight of their situation began to take a toll on both of them. The tension led to several explosive arguments where suppressed feelings erupted in full force. One particular night, their arguments reached a peak of intensity. Emily was overwhelmed with anger and frustration. You've shattered everything, she yelled, her voice breaking. I gave you everything and you were living a lie. How am I supposed to trust anything now? Michael, tears streaming down his face, tried to explain. I didn't know how to handle it. I was scared and ashamed. I didn't want to hurt you, but I did. I'm truly sorry. The arguments laid bare the deep cracks in their relationship. It became clear that while their love had been real, the foundation of trust had been irreparably damaged. They both recognized that continuing their relationship was no longer feasible. The decision to separate was heart wrenching but necessary. They both understood that their paths had diverged in ways that could not be reconciled within the framework of their marriage. It was a mutual decision, though it came with a heavy emotional cost. After their separation, Emily and Michael embarked on their separate journeys of healing and self discovery. The process was far from easy, each faced with their own challenges as they worked to rebuild their lives. Emily poured herself into her writing and her blog. The blog, which had started as a way to cope with her emotions, became a successful platform for sharing her journey. She wrote about her experiences, her struggles, and her gradual healing. The blog connected her with other readers who were facing similar issues, providing a sense of community and support. Emily also focused on her personal growth. She continued with her cooking classes and began exploring other interests she had neglected over the years. Michael, on the other hand, found a new direction in LGBTQ advocacy. His involvement in support groups and counseling led to a new career in helping others navigate their own journeys of self discovery. His work was fulfilling and allowed him to make amends in a meaningful way. As the years went by, both Emily and Michael continued to evolve. They occasionally crossed paths at social events or through mutual friends. Their interactions were marked by a newfound understanding and respect for each other's journey. Years later, Emily and Michael found themselves at a mutual friend's wedding. It was an event that brought together people from different chapters of their lives. The wedding was a celebration of love and new beginnings, and it provided an opportunity for Emily and Michael to reconnect. Their conversation was warm and filled with genuine interest in each other's lives. They talked about their accomplishments, their struggles, and the ways they had grown since their separation. They laughed about old memories and shared insights about their personal journeys. Emily felt a sense of closure as she spoke with Michael. The pain of their past had been transformed into a source of strength. She had found fulfillment in her writing and personal pursuits, and she was content with the direction her life had taken. Michael, as well, had embraced his new life with confidence. His advocacy work had become a significant part of his identity, and he was in a healthy, supportive relationship. He had come to terms with his past and was focused on making a positive impact on others' lives. As the evening drew to a close, Michael and Emily said their goodbyes with a sense of peace. Their relationship had undergone intense challenges, but it had also led them to a place of mutual respect and understanding. They had both grown from their experiences and were ready to face the future with a renewed sense of purpose. In the end, their story was about more than the difficulties they faced. It was about the resilience of the human spirit, the power of personal growth, and the ability to find healing and fulfillment even in the face of profound change.